What's up, dear hiking and backpacking friends? My name is Hendrik and today I want to talk to you about the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Dirigo 2. Let's start with pitching the tent and then let's take a look at the different features of it. Okay, the tent is pitched, it starts to rain, let's go inside and have a chat about it. Before I continue, I want to disclose that I got this tent for free and I also got paid to make this video and review. However, I am completely free to say whatever I want about it, and these kind of sponsored videos allow me to create this kind of inspiring outdoor content and reviews for you. So thanks to Hyperlite Mountain Gear for working together with independent content creators. I now have slept about a dozen nights in the Dirigo 2, both here in Finland in the summer and autumn, and also in Germany. So the Dirigo 2 from Hyperlite Mountain Gear wants to be, as the name suggests, a two-person tent. And it has two entries, so it has this side with one big mesh door, and it has exactly the same kind of mesh door and side vestibule on the other side. However, I do think that the inside space is enough just for one person and gear. I think if you're a couple and you're traveling ultralight, so you don't have a lot of gear, or you're really good friends and again are sharing the tent and the gear, then it's probably enough. But I do feel that it is quite far-fetched, especially if one person is taller. So I am 1.75 meters tall. I am sleeping on a regular length Thermarest Neo Air Uberlight, and for me it was already barely big enough that my sleeping bag or quilt is not touching the foot end of the tent. But let me take you inside and then you can make up your mind yourself. Now we are inside of the tent. It is raining very beautifully outside, so a perfect sound to fall asleep. However, let's start off with me showing you how it looks like when I'm laying down over here. Remember, I'm not having a mattress underneath me, so depending on the size of the mattress, another 5 to 7 or more centimeters of height should be added. My feet are not touching the outer right now, and if I'm laying down like this, I also am not touching the outer. However, if you're adding the mattress and maybe a pillow, then it is a lot more likely that your feet and your head are hitting the outer. And I am only 1.75 meters tall, so people that are taller probably shouldn't consider this tent, as it is not spacious enough for them. That's why I think that you should consider the Dirigo 2 more as a solo tent if you're looking for an all-in-one solution, so bug netting, floor and outer with 2 entries. Obviously 2 entries is always very nice. If I can pick a shelter that has 2 entries, I will take it. I just like the versatility of like storing some gear over here and then, for example, cooking on the other side and keeping my wet shoes over there, for example, too. Up here you see the single mesh pocket. It's very easy, for example, to put a headlamp in there to illuminate the tent. Over here you have 2 D-rings, which you could use, for example, for a clothesline. Now, the height inside of the tent is 1.14 meters, so it is very, very generous head height over here when you're sitting in the middle and slightly off to the side. I also like that the inside doors are very easy to stow away to the side, as is the outer door. And then you have, in good weather, the possibility to enjoy the view. However, as a one-person tent, I think it is very nice. It is around 798 grams. That's the claimed weight by Hyperlite Mountain Gear, and that includes the guy lines. Of course, on top of that still come whatever kind of trekking poles you're using and the stakes. You can use very light titanium skewer stakes that are like 1 to 3 grams per piece, or you can use more durable and long Easton stakes, which are 10-15 grams per stake. You will need 8 stakes, so depending on the weight of the stakes that you're going to use, you're going to add around 40 to 150, 160 grams to this. If you're not counting the trekking poles, that means your tent is having a weight of around 850 to 950 grams. That isn't bad for a 1 or 2 person shelter. Alright, let's talk briefly about the construction of the Dirigo 2. It is made out of 5 different kind of materials. So we have over here the no-CM mesh, which keeps all kind of bugs out, from mosquito to midges and ticks. And then we have here on the bottom a very, very strong keepin that is also 100% waterproof, and it is very durable, so you don't need a ground sheet. Here on the top and on the doors we again have the same kind of keepin as we have it over here on the bottom, 100% waterproof and very durable. Now at the foot end over here and at the head end on the other side, we are having the breathable keepin fiber, the same material that the shell jacket from Hyperlite Mountain Gear is made of. This is supposed to help with condensation. So how does this breathable keepin fiber help with condensation? Now in my experience, this is a really bad pitch for this tent. The ground is soaked, it is very high humidity, it is going to be raining the whole night, and out of experience I can tell you that there will be condensation inside of the tent tomorrow morning. This tent is simply not able to cope with that kind of amount of moisture in the air. In my opinion, the Dirigo 2 is better suited for very dry environments and also environments where you're expecting to encounter a lot of bugs. However, this kind of very wet Scandinavian weather, as we tend to have it in the summer, autumn and spring, is something where I feel the Dirigo 2 is not yet able to cope with. I do think that if Hyperlite Mountain Gear is going to work on this tent a little bit more and improve the design slightly, I imagine that if the Dirigo 2, for example, gets air vents up here, it should be a lot more capable of coping with wet environments and the condensation that happens in these. Overall, I do like the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Dirigo 2 shelter. However, I like it as a one person, so for myself, or a 1.5 person shelter, so me and one of my small children. I do also think that if there's going to be an update to the Dirigo 2 that adds, for example, the vents on the top or the breathable keepin fiber also in the top section of the tent, that it is probably even better suited for these kind of environments. The Dirigo 2 copes well with strong winds, also winds that change, and it is super easy to pitch. And of course you get an all-in-one solution for around 800 grams plus stakes. So that is not a bad weight, that is a sub 1 kilo weight if you include the stakes for your shelter. And that would be a very spacious shelter for one person. You have 2 entries, 2 vestibules and a lot of space inside of the tent to throw out all your gear, cook in one vestibule and put stuff outside in the other side. Well, that's it from me and the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Dirigo 2. I hope this video helped you make up your mind about the tent and help you decide if it is something for you and the backpacking trips in the environments that you undertake. If you want one, you can buy it via one of the affiliate links in the description below. And if you have an additional question about something that I might not have covered, please leave it in the comments and I will get back to you ASAP. As always, please leave a thumbs up as it really makes a difference. And remember, it is always worth to go outside, even if it is as rainy as now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.